By day, she's the managing director of the Boston Globe. By season, she's co-founder and chair of HUBweek. It's the annual citywide ideas festival, now going into its third year. Events kick off next week, and this year is looking a little different than years past. Linda Pizzuti Henry joins me now. Nice to see you, Linda. How are you?
Nice to see you, Jim.
I am sure I talked to you before the first HUBweek, and the good news for you is I have no idea what you said you were trying to achieve, but you probably know. What were you trying to achieve? And the third year in, have you gotten there? Are you on the way? What was it?
We're on the way. So the idea is that through the power of convening, you can shape the narrative of a region. And we are convening saying that the future is being built here at the intersection of art, science, and technology. And so we are convening, having events, discussions, demonstrations around all of those areas.
Give me some examples of some of the... first of all, tell me some of the players, because they're huge names.
Big names. We have great names. And there's one that we're just ready to announce now. But
You're going to do it now?
Just for you.
Well, then do it. Are you really doing it now? Who is it?
Abby Johnson is of Fidelity is going to be interviewing Michael Bloomberg on stage. So it's a fireside conversation where she's going to be interviewing him, which is going to be fascinating.
And for those who don't know, she doesn't do much media stuff.
No, and she's going to be talking about blockchain. She's going to be talking about the future of cities, the future of philanthropies, climate change.
And Atul Gawande, Deepak Chopra, George Church, who was here a few weeks ago, the most brilliant scientist on the planet.
Anne Finucane from Bank of America. We have a huge range of really fascinating conversations, and we're doing this really great discussion on democracy. And part of that is it's looking to the future because it's saying, well, how did we get here? And so we're working with David Moss, who did case studies on different aspects of our democracy and the issues that our founders face.
I don't know, but I love democracy when we used to have it. It was great. It was really, I miss it. So what's with the geodesic domes? That's really what I want to talk to you about. I saw the picture in the Globe. What is with these things we're putting up? What is happening in these things? I love it.
So we are building a hub, and so the first 2 years...
City Hall Plaza, yes?
City Hall Plaza, we're taking it over.
Yeah.
And we are building these incredible geodesic domes that are stages for us. There are these just great places where we have large ones, small ones, and inside by day there are going to be there's a future forum going on a couple of the days, and then by night there are parties.
Oh, really? Inside the domes?
Yes, there's a silent disco party one night. There's this great art interactive thing. There's a dance party another night.
And by the way, and let me just say, the one thing that most impressed me, because I've come each year, is there's a cross-generational thing that you often don't see at major Boston things. Ton of young people, ton of old people, and everybody in between, which I think is really healthy. So what's the end goal? I mean, in addition to having a great event, where are you trying to get? What's the point?
So we started with 4 founders, which was Harvard, MIT, Mass General Hospital, and the Boston Globe.
How'd you get the Globe? That's amazing. That's fabulous.
I took a little
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
But it's part of the Globe's mission to serve as a catalytic convener for the region. You know, this is what we are here to do. And it started with these 4 founders who all said, you know what, this is bigger than any of us. It's not just people who are coming to Boston to be our researchers, our students, our idea makers, our entrepreneurs. It's not just the institution that they're joining. It's the region. It's the city. It's who we are. And so from those 4 founders, we said, join us. In our first year, we had 70 institutions and companies join us. Last year, we had over 100. This year, we have even more that are joining and saying that we want to be part of this.
One last thing before we move to your other time occupation is if you can't afford the ticket price for some of these things, what do you do?
So there are a ton of free events. There are a lot of free events. There are $25 passes. There are $100 passes. There's a documentary film festival that's going on. There is so much going on, and there are incredible local artists doing crazy things. So picture City Hall covered with shipping containers, geodesic domes, and all of it illuminated by artists.
That's great. Good for you. I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank
Managing
you.
Director of the Globe. Your husband wrote a front-page letter apologizing to readers about delivery issues. Brian McGrory, who's a regular, as you know, on our radio show, talks about it almost every...
It's your best day on the radio.
That's what he thinks. No, he actually... Where are we on this? I know it's driving all of you nuts. That's that's accurate, is it not?
It is.
How close are you to resolving this thing?
We are making progress. We are not declaring victory, but the past few weeks we sort of hit a low point where we said, okay, we are all hands on deck fixing this. And since then we have had consistent, on time. We're improving the quality and focused on doing what it is that we're supposed to do. We made a very, very large investment in the future of the Globe by building a brand new print facility.
This thing in Taunton. Yeah.
This thing in Taunton. We bifurcated the headquarters. We put
I know that.
The offices in downtown Boston and a new facility in Taunton. And the decision was, do we get out of the printing business? We were at a point early on when we joined the Globe, do we get out of the printing business, or do we really invest in printing going forward? And it was a very difficult decision, and we looked at all of our options, and the decision was that we had to invest. And so we invested with the idea that we would have, later deadlines, better quality,
Understood.
Better throughput, lower cost.
But there have
all
been a lot
of
of growing pains. Obviously.
There have been growing pains.
Are you guys making money at the Globe?
No, we're not.
And is there a business plan that gets you there that you think is realistic?
Our charge for the Globe is for it to become sustainable, and it is currently not sustainable. But we have been heavily investing in order to get it to that place.
Okay.
And part of it is that you have income and you have expenses, and our expenses were never corrected. We have visited newspapers around the country and talked to them, and we've shared. It's similar to sports where we're not competing with them, and we're all doing the best that we can.
So you're confident you get from here to there. So you probably didn't see this magazine cover. I don't know if you saw this cover in Boston Magazine. Can we put it up there, the thing? It has a picture of someone who looks very much like you. Can Linda Henry save the Globe? Can Linda Henry save the Globe?
Linda Henry cannot save the Globe.
She cannot?
No, there are a lot of people who are working on the Globe.
How much you love that headline? Tell the truth.
I was, when I didn't know the whole piece.
I know.
I didn't know, and I said, it's really not Linda. There is a large team of people who are working so hard on having this paper be something to really serve the city of Boston and help. And so,
everybody wishes you well because we love the paper. By the way, I assume you brought me a gift and you're not even giving it to me. What is it quickly?
I did. It is a gorgeous HUBweek official T-shirt.
By the way, if you'd given it to me at the beginning, I would ask you different questions. Thank you so much, HUBweek. Go.
Thank you.
It is fabulous.
It is.
I appreciate it. Good to see you, Linda.
Thank you.